Life Over Coffee. Conversations for transformation.
If our children learn not to take themselves too seriously, it will be easier for them to live in relationship with others today than after they become adults too. Not thinking too highly of yourself is to think humbly of yourself. A lack of gospel-centered humility keeps an individual from living well with God and others because, quite honestly, they are stuck on themselves. Proverbs 17:22 says, "A joyful heart is a good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones." Have you ever gotten angry at someone? Anger is a lack of humility. Have you ever become impatient with someone? Impatience is a lack of humility. Humility is the foundational character trait of any individual's life, any good character trait. Without humility, there is no hope for any of us because God only gives empowering, life-changing favor to the humble. After Paul had finished the first 3 chapters of Ephesians, he transitioned his message to practically living out this gospel. Ephesians is divided neatly into 2 parts. As an old preacher told me many years ago, Brother Thomas, the book of Ephesians is in 2 parts. Part 1 teaches you how to be saved. Part 2 teaches you how to behave. He's correct. Paul is teaching profound theology in the first part and how to live it out in the second part. And where does he begin part 2? It's humility, thinking less of yourself and more of others. You see that in Ephesians 4, verses 1 and 2. Thinking less of ourselves is one reason we laugh a lot in our home. The humble person will laugh a lot. He will especially laugh at himself. The oversensitive, approval-driven person is not free to do this, especially to himself. He's too busy thinking too highly of himself while demanding that others also think highly of him too. The thought of anyone thinking less of him, even with appropriate humor, is just unbearable, untenable. It's this kind of oversensitivity and insecurity that kills relationship. Humor is one way to practice humility, which brings me to my favorite all-time quote about laughter and humility from Terry Linval in his book, Surprised by Laughter, The Comic World of C.S. Lewis. Here's a quote: Laughter is a divine gift to the human who is humble. A proud man cannot laugh because he must watch his dignity. He cannot give himself over to the rocking and rolling of his belly. But a poor and happy man laughs heartedly because he gives no serious attention to his ego. Only the true humble belong to this kingdom of divine laughter. Humor and humility should keep good company. Self-deprecating humor can be a healthy reminder that we are not the center of the universe, that humility is our proper posture before our fellow humans as well as before Almighty God. Laughter is not the only response to pride, but it's an effective one. Too many people are too serious, too angry, too hurt, too demanding. They don't laugh anymore unless they're laughing at others. The gospel-centered person is free to laugh at himself because he has nothing to protect, nothing to hide, nothing to demand. He is soberly aware that the Son of God died on the cross so he could be set free from the power and bondage of sin. If the Son sets you free, you are free indeed. The humble person is reminded daily of the gospel and quickly lives in the good of it. He is free to laugh a lot, especially at himself. Time to parent. Heaven is a place of unbridled laughter, joy, praise, worship. The gospel-freed person can begin practicing a little heaven on earth today. Question: do you laugh a lot? Are you free to laugh at yourself? If not, why not? Number 2, how do you characterize yourself? More sensitive than secure, more touchy than tender, more frustrated than free? Please explain. And then number 3, how does your attitude about life and others affect your child? Are there any ways or any areas that you need to change? This is day number 30, Parenting Devotion. Teach your children to laugh a lot at themselves.
Thanks for joining us. Learn more and get access to other resources at lifeovercoffee.com.